Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. Today I'm not alone as usual. I am with my sibling. This guy Max.
Hello guys.
The man of the moment. Yeah, the man with the shaded glasses.
Oh really?
Guys, in this episode we're just going to be discussing, this is more like conversation. We're discussing the World Cup, our expectations coming to the tournament, and how it panned out during the process. Yeah. So Max, the Springboks won the World Cup. Do you think? What is your take on them? What is your take on them coming to the World Cup? What did you think about the Springboks?
Going into the World Cup, I don't know. I watched the World Cup in 2019, and it was a very great World Cup. I don't know, but this one first, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I knew we were not in the best form as we were in 2019.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there were the players that we had so many injuries in the team. Players like Lucanio Arm, players like Henry Pollard. So it kind of killed my confidence to be completely sure that we're gonna win the World Cup as Springboks. But it was exciting at the same time because of so many teams that we all thought could win the World Cup. There was France,
Yes.
there was Ireland. Not much about New Zealand.
Of course.
Yeah, the main teams that got to the finals, we were not expected to get to the finals. But I was very excited before the World Cup. And yeah.
So what did you think? What did you think? Were you confident? Okay, you were less confident going to the World Cup, right? Because of the injuries.
Yeah.
So after we played the first game against Scotland, what was your take? What did you think? How did you feel?
Yeah, I firstly, before you played Scotland, I was a bit scared, as I told you, that I wasn't 100% confident about.
I was not confident.
Yeah, about the whole World Cup thing.
Yeah.
But after we played Scotland, and we didn't even wrestle much with Scotland.
Yeah.
It was only in the first half where we were just fighting with them. But second half, yeah, we just annihilated them. The game just changed. We just dominated and won the game. And it's one of the games whereby I didn't feel like we won by chance. We won the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of gave me a bit of some confidence, but I was still not complete. I felt like maybe Scotland wasn't as good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now looking at the teams, like come to this World Cup, they were favorites, right? There were teams like, I'm gonna have to say it, top teams in Europe, in the world actually, Ireland and France.
Yeah.
They were favorites. What did you make of their performance? Yeah, what did you make of their performance?
Ireland, France.
Yeah.
I felt for me, as much as they did not get to the finals, to where many people expected them to get.
Yeah.
But I felt like they brought a very good rugby game. They performed. They fought until the last minute. But I kind of feel like what beat Ireland. Ireland was very good. Like throughout the World Cup, from when they started, they were very good. I really commended them. And I feel like the Rugby World Cup is the Rugby Union is even fair enough to keep their coach of the year because of how much they played. For me they performed very well. It's just that I feel like when they faced New Zealand, yeah, things changed.
Okay.
I don't know. I felt like maybe it's because of the experience and the history, the perception they have going to the game. They didn't play like they played us and how they played other teams. When it came to the other teams, they played them, and you could see they were dominating. Yeah. But when it came to New Zealand, they just dropped completely. They didn't bring the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and a team like France was just dominating throughout until they were knocked out. Until we knocked them out, they were just there, and I felt like they were very close to beating us on that game because I mean we changed things in the last minute and we won by 1 point. So they played fairly well for me.
Yeah, I think I disagree. I think a country like both countries, didn't live up to the expectations. I think everyone thought Ireland or France were going to win the World Cup. I think, especially in the knockout stages, when Ireland were playing the New Zealand, I think the first thing that really was the problem for them was that building up to that game, they didn't change their squads. Ireland played Romania, they played Tonga, they played Scotland and the Springboks with almost the same squad leading up to that to the knockouts.
I mean, maybe those were their best men.
Yeah, but now you're supposed to change them. You're supposed to change them. You can't play the same squad until the knockouts. 4 games in a row, same people. They always come out. I believe also what you're saying, that they were their best men. I think they were their best men, but I think that they had enough depth in their team to change some of those squads. For example, in a game like when they were playing Tonga, I think in Tonga they should have bought someone, different players, leading up to South Africa. Or against Scotland, they could have bought someone else so that they could refresh for the knockouts. I really think that affected them when it got to the knockouts against New Zealand. I felt like they were tired when they played New Zealand, especially in those important moments where I just felt like they were running out of gas because of heavy legs from playing all those games in the push stages. Yeah. What do you think about that? What's your take on that?
I think you're making sense. For some reason, I didn't look at it through that lens. I didn't think that could have been the reason.
Yeah.
But I really agree with you. They're very flat.
Yeah.
I was even surprised by. And then what is going on now?
Flat.
What is going on? I mean, I've been watching them throughout the World Cup.
Yeah.
They were on fire.
Yes.
Like you could just see those guys would just let you.
Yeah.
But now, for some reason, when it came to New Zealand, for me, I just thought it's just the history and the psychology.
But,
I didn't have the analysis of
Yes.
them being fatigued.
Yeah. I also feel like expectations, the pressure from home for them to really perform in that. I also believe that they were very overconfident going to that New Zealand game because of their history with New Zealand, recent history with New Zealand. They've beaten New Zealand in the past 3 games, I think, 3 or 4 games. In that series, they won in New Zealand. Also, I think they were very confident going to this game. Even their media, you could see that they were not afraid of New Zealand. They were saying it out loud that they wanted New Zealand,
Which is
not
dangerous.
France.
Which is
So I
dangerous.
thought to myself, they are playing with fire, these guys. You cannot say that in a World Cup. You can't say you want New Zealand in a World Cup. Guys, you can't say that.
I mean, we wouldn't.
The
say
Springboks knew. That's
we
why I think the Springboks lost that game
we wouldn't say that.
against Ireland, because they wanted to avoid New Zealand.
because
but,
we know.
Yes, but Ireland wanted New Zealand in the knockouts. I was like, oh no, they are inviting fire here.
Yeah, true though. If now we don't look at it only from the side of Ireland and also in the side of New Zealand.
Of course.
New Zealand was very confident.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were also agitated by the news, by the media, and everything that was going on. They went there. I don't know. Their mind, as much as they've been defeated before the World Cup, and they went there as underdogs. But when they faced Ireland, I saw a New Zealand that didn't sit throughout the World Cup.
I think also because of the way New Zealand are very experienced in playing World Cups. I just feel like they were ready for those knockouts. They know they have the know-how. They have the information on how to win knockout games in World Cups. They have won the World Cup in the past 3 times.
Yeah.
So I think when it gets to those very important games, high stakes, high demand, perform or die,
I think.
lose or go home,
Yeah.
win, progress. I think New Zealand they were ready. They were very ready. Ireland looked very flat for me.
I feel like that played a very huge role.
Yeah.
That played a huge role.
Yeah.
Because as we were saying, I feel like they went there knowing, but you guys have not even made it to the quarters.
Yes.
I mean, we won the World Cup 3 times.
Yeah.
So they're that confidence that you're not gonna pass. You're not gonna pass.
Yeah.
You could see their game management. They were just in charge.
Very
You could
in
see
charge,
that they knew how to keep the ball with
Yes.
themselves, where to kick the ball, how to play the ball.
Adapting very well
They were
also,
just in charge.
doing the right things, staying in the moment, no blinking, knockout game, you lose, you go home, you win, you go through.
Yeah.
I think New Zealand
Yeah.
were just superb.
Yeah.
They were just superb again in that game. Ireland, I think overconfidence. Also, the squad selections going to that game, I think really gave them problems. I think that's the main observation for me. Okay. Now, what do you think about France? What do you think happened to France in the knockouts against the Springboks? Because I felt like everyone thought they were gonna win, right? I think everyone thought they were gonna win.
For me, going to the World Cup, I must be honest, going to the
Knockouts.
knockouts, I was really like hoping that Dupont doesn't come back from injury. I was just afraid of that guy because of the massive influence he has on the team. It just felt like if Dupont is back, you're gonna be in trouble. And I read on the news that Dupont is coming back. I was very worried. I must be honest. I felt like they would knock us out. Yeah. So
Same
they
here.
and to be honest, they almost did.
Yes.
They played so well. I give it to them. Like
Yes.
I give all the credit to them. They played very good rugby.
Yeah.
Throughout, and Dupont he stepped up as he was expected.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
was very good.
very good
He was
captain.
very good.
I like him.
It was very good.
Yeah, as a captain and as a player, I like him because there's those also good guys in rugby that if they're commended and said to be good players, they tend to have big heads and then would come to the media and question the referee calls and everything. I didn't hear anything like that after we played and beat France from PM directly.
I think France, for me, they were good in the pool stages. They beat New Zealand. Yeah, they did very well. Yeah. Hiccups against Uruguay, but they managed to go over and win that game. I think the knockouts against the Springboks, I feel like they were very overconfident also. Overconfident. I think when going to that game, I think the French public also and the players and everyone, I think they were certain that they were gonna beat the Springboks in that game. Because I saw the body language of the players also when they scored that first try. Cyril Bile, their loose head prop, the first try he scored, when he stood up from the ground, you could see that they think, we won this game. We've won this game.
No, but it's just celebrations.
Yeah, but
Against the
no,
world
I
champions.
know. I really believe. I understand you, but I really believe that listen. I'm being very impartial here, but I really believe. Part of me believes that France thought they had won the game before they even went out of the pit. No, I really think they thought they'd won the game. France. I'm not against France. I like France. They play good rugby. I really think they thought that they'd won the game before they even went out there to play the Springboks instead of France, and they were really surprised by the resistance of the Springboks. Yeah, I think they were surprised. I think the Springboks also. I think France, the pressure also. There were moments where they lapsed. I think France. There was a moment where this guy 15 Ramos had to clear a ball and he made a mistake by clearing out on the full. There was a moment when Jalibert, number 10, had to clear the ball, and then when he kicked the ball, it went backwards. You had to clear it for a penalty. It went backwards. Another moment, another mistake. So I feel like there was a lot of pressure on them to perform, France. There was too much, and also I feel like they didn't approach. I don't think they approached this game well. Yeah, but also the main problem for France, I think, was the bench. When their players from the bench came in the second half against the Springboks, they dropped intensity. And the Bok bench, the bomb squad, was very strong when it came in. So I feel like that difference in player quality on the bench made a big difference here for France to not win this game. Because I believe that they're playing well in the game. But I don't feel like towards the end they lost that power, the punch to go and finish off the game and win that knockout game against the Springboks. And also the Springboks in that game were just fiery. They were fiery. I don't think there was any other team in the world who were going to be able to handle France in that
hit.
Yeah, that hit they bought. They really bought a lot of hit in that game, France. They were fiery. When we were watching, we kept texting each other like, "Oh boy, we are gone. We're going home." But yeah, the Springboks really, I think they showed intense character, just to fight, to stay in the game, to weather the fire, to control everything, to not blink for that 80 minutes. Really showed that it's a true championship side. Who really.
There were times whereby I thought it was by chance, but at some point, as the time went on, we were able to beat up these teams. It just came to me that actually we're just showing how much of world champions we are, how strong we are. That even in in certain unfavorable circumstances of us having so many injuries and having so many players not in the team, but we were able to improvise and still beat the big teams.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about England and Springbok?
Well,
do you feel like many people say we are just lucky there?
well,
And there's this thing that I don't. It's not like I don't like Oxenchair. I like Oxenchair. By all means, he's my guy. I was so happy when everything happened, and but I don't wanna. I have this thing that everyone is just saying it's Oxenchair who changed the game, and he's the main guy who did it. Why?
He's the main guy.
Why there was
Smith.
Yeah, there was Koch, that guy who was also in the scrum. There was also Dion Fori, was Neyman as well.
Yes, Neyman, he scored a try.
So I mean, after the bench, there was so much change.
Yes.
But now, for some reason, everybody is saying,
Ox.
it's not like I hate Ox, bro. I like Ox. He's my guy. But now, why is everybody saying Ox is the main guy?
Ox is he's the main guy in the game. First of all, in that game against England, it was difficult against England, by the way. I think England came with first of all, England to this World Cup, everyone didn't think that they were going to go this far to go on and win a bronze medal, come third place. I think in that game against the Springboks, they were really smart, England. They came with a very good game plan, a very strong, robust and very efficient plan that they used against us. I think
they scared the hell out of me.
I know. No, it was a very good game plan, and I think the Springboks went to a very wrong approach of that game. The selections were wrong. We were Copas ran at 9, then we had Manelipok at 10. In those conditions in France, it was wet, very dumpy on the ground.
What was going on?
Yeah,
we couldn't even press the ball.
Yeah, everything was wrong because
we couldn't show you.
Because they went there to play Springboks. They wanted to play rugby, but England went there to just territory, kicking, 2 phases, box kick, 2 phases, box kick, and then suffocate you with their defense. Make you make a mistake and then kick for 2 points.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing, England. Springboks, different plan. Want to play, but then that play it didn't work on the night. But we must give credit to the coaches and the team for being able to adapt and then change the plan on the spot. Remember, in the 30th minute, I think they changed Manelipok and brought in Alejandro Pollard because they realized that the selections were wrong and everything was wrong. It's not happening.
The plan came.
And the boys and the Springboks were behind. England were ahead. I thought England were going to win that game actually, but Springboks just found a way to tweak their plans, change plans, play differently, and find a way to just sail through in the game and.
But now come to the part.
Oxche.
No, with Sneman, we have so many players that came in. Sneman even scored a try. But I mean, everybody's about Oxche. What did he do that is so
significant? I think it's because Oxche, when he came in, his scrummaging on that night was just different. It was very good. It was explosive. He was attacking Kyle Sinclair on the tight head of England. He was very good. He was winning penalties after penalties in the scrum for South Africa. So I think that's why he was very influential, because all those points we got kicking from Andre Pollard, it was because Oxche was dominating in the scrums for Springboks. So I think that's why he was very influential in that game and he was praised so much. But also the guys like Achis Neyman and John Foddy, when they came in, they really came in and took the game ownership and then make that impact and score those tries. That was very influential for the Springboks to win this game. But England played really well. The plan was very good. They nearly won. For 70 minutes they were leading that game. They were dominating the Springboks in collisions, in the defense, in the breakdown. Also the Springboks were struggling. They were struggling everywhere. But they found a way in those last moments to just,
But I must say it's so amazing to see people like giving out their best. Like people like Oxenchair as well, as you're saying. I mean, we've watched Oxenchair. He's been playing very well. But I mean, I think it was only a matter of, hey, now we're dying. Like I just have to go out there and give everything I have.
Yeah.
Break if I break. Come on,
Yeah,
I give every strength I have now.
Yeah.
So that, I think that's was one of the reasons why he was able to do what he said he do. He felt like he was there on the bench, and he saw that hey, actually we are just falling now. We are just gonna hit the ground now. Let me just go in there and just give everything I have. Yeah. So. Yeah.
What did you think of that knockout game? Of Argentina and New Zealand. What did you think? Semi-finals, the other one.
I thought Argentina would bring up a fight.
Yeah, same.
They were so good.
Disappointed.
I liked them throughout the World Cup.
Disappointed.
I don't know. I kind of felt like it was just an easy pass for New Zealand. Yeah, I mean even the score difference, you could see that these guys are just cruising.
Them.
Yeah, they just cruised.
Yeah, it was too easy.
And it was a semi, right?
Yeah, it's semi.
Yeah, imagine a semi like that.
Just boring.
So, yeah.
Sorry to say this, guys. No, guys, it was boring. Everyone think the same. I told him.
Don't say everyone.
I texted him.
But don't say everyone.
Okay, sorry, guys. It was not. It was boring, guys. That semi-final for Argentina and New Zealand. New Zealand won the game in the first half. First half,
in
game
semis.
was gone in the semis. What is that?
Yeah.
Nonsensical behaviors. Honestly.
But it's so amazing how much they kept the composure.
Who?
Going to the finals? New Zealand.
Oh.
Yeah, it's also a thing of really being champions. Knowing that because you beat a team with such a big score, you won't just walk over Springboks.
Yes. So Max, what did you think of the finals leading up to it? What were your expectations for it? What did you think? What was your look for it?
Yeah, as I told you that prior to the whole World Cup, I was excited but afraid that we might not win the World Cup.
Yeah. And
throughout the World Cup, I felt like, yeah, we have it. I mean, we have it. Until we beat these two big teams.
Yeah.
Until we beat France and England. So after that game, after those two games, I just had to be convinced.
By a point also.
Yeah, by a point. I mean, and
those close encounters.
And those teams gave everything. Like they gave their best shot, but they still managed to survive. So I kind of felt like, then if you're gonna face New Zealand in the finals, I felt like we have a chance. We have a chance of winning the World Cup. I went there having so much hope that I had initially when the World Cup started.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, of course. Yes. No. I had hope. Mostly because of how we beat. First of all, I knew that how New Zealand play. From that Mount Smart game we had where they beat us in New Zealand. Remember that game in the Rugby Championship. So I knew how they play. We lost there. They ambushed us. We lost. Then we play them in Twickenham. Then we beat them so easily in Twickenham, right? So I had confidence that Springboks kind of like had an idea how to do it in New Zealand, but at the same time, I didn't take it for granted because I know New Zealand are a very good side. They are very good, 3 times world champion, successful team. They know how to win knockouts. They know how to win also World Cups. In the game itself, I thought the first half, Springboks did really well. They did really well. They played a very kicking game against New Zealand, pinning them in their own 22. So they were forcing them to retreat, and then they would bring the heat in the breakdown to force New Zealand to concede penalties. And then Pollard was there now to convert all those penalties into points. Yes, New Zealand really struggled, and they were direct. New Zealand were very direct in the first half when they were carrying. The carries were very direct. The red card to Sam Kane.
What's going on?
What do you think about that?
I was about to ask you about that as well. I mean, what is wrong? Because I mean, he's been getting so many cards throughout the World Cup.
Yeah, no, I think
in the finals.
Sorry to say this, I think it's a discipline issue. New Zealand have a problem with discipline. I think in general, in tight situations, they usually commit a lot of penalties or fouls.
Why is it pressure?
I think it's pressure. They can't handle that pressure where they are under a lot of pressure where teams are matching them. I think they struggle to process that. So I think they end up committing all these fouls and then they get yellow cards. So I thought that Sam Kane red card was a red card. Yeah, it was a red card because it was a high hit on the face on Jesse Creel, and the laws are the laws, guys. They have to interpret the laws as they are the referees.
And now Smith got the tie, and then they go faces back to say no, there's a knockout.
Yeah, okay.
How do you
I
feel
think
about that
one? Well, the law say. I think common.
Just be fair
common.
now. Stop being South African
Okay.
as Springbok.
It's okay. I think common sense has to intervene. That it's not a law that says that we have to go back 2 phases. We can't go back to it's a guideline that says that. Right? The law says that there should be no knockout on the game. I think the referees just use common sense in that game. They use common sense because if you use the law, the guidelines, you can't really rule out that try. You can't say that it's not a try because it's more than 2 phases after that infringement in the line out. So I think they just use common sense in the game and just were like, no, it's not a try because it's a knockout. But coming back to the red card, I think the red card really did New Zealand favors here. They really won the game. They really nearly won the game, sorry. Because I think that red card galvanized them. It made them play differently, right? Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, but I understand and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But don't you think that yellow for Sia was a red?
No, not the red card.
You know, he hit him with the head.
No, but the hit was here, guys.
No,
he hit
head,
him. No,
head,
but he hit him
head,
here.
head.
No, he was. No.
He hit him.
No, but you must listen. You must understand the laws. The law says you must mitigate, which means you must first bend your knees. If you're going to the tackle, you must bend your knees. You must go a bit lower. Don't go upright. Sam Cane was upright when he hit Jesse Creel on the head with the shoulder. Collins was a bit low. He was yielding, mitigating. So he hit him here and then the head continued to the chest. So it's not the same situation as Sam Cane. I'm not trying to be biased here or anything, but I think it was a correct call from the referees. Common sense again. So I think in the second half, New Zealand changed how they played. I think they played a lot like New Zealand, touch rugby, finding space, not playing to the men. They were finding space, quick feet. They went back to their skill sets a lot, New Zealand. Even the tries that, the first one that was disallowed from New Zealand, from Jochimo Unga, it was him finding space outside this guy, outside 13, because he drew in Kelly Arense. Kelly Arense couldn't tackle him. He swept off the tackle. Then he went around Damian Dialende, and Dialende couldn't catch him, and then he offloaded to Aaron Smith. I think that was New Zealand playing space. That's natural game. They really did well in that game. I was really impressed by them in the second half. They really played well. Even the second one that Barrett scored, the try that he scored, it was Mark Telia who looked for space. He found space. He beat 3 defenders, then offloaded on the ground. Was a knock on? I don't think so. I think the ball went level with the line. Then Barrett picked it up and went on to score that try. I think New Zealand played their strengths in the second half, and they were nearly unplayable because our defense was scrambling all the time. They were struggling. 15-man defense struggling against a 14-man attack. It was incredible. Really, they played well, New Zealand. They went back to how they play. More like a touch rugby situation, offloads, quick ball, looking for space, keeping the ball in play. So I was really impressed with them in the second half. But I think the Springboks showed character to stay in the game and go on to win that game by a point.
Yeah, it really shows how good New Zealand is to be able to, to hold up the world champions for the entire game for that score.
Yeah.
And we fought the game throughout.
Yeah.
We didn't even feel like there was 1 man down. I even forgot that there was a 1 man down.
Yeah.
Because of how much they played throughout the game.
Okay, guys, we will close this episode. Now we're joined by some friends now. They are really making a lot of noise. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
No, but this was fun. No, thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Why are you shaking my head? Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your evening. Thanks.